Hello again YouTube, Pan here, and I am here to say that the Met Office are liars and scoundrels who have been promising me a thunderstorm for a week now and it still isn't here. So, sweat and heat stroke induced rage aside, what's in the purse this week? It's the Lion of England. Now, I'm not really going to talk too much about this coin, not least because, well, quite frankly, it's the Queen's Beast series. They're lovely coins, I'm very fond of them, but to be perfectly honest, I've talked about them a fair bit, and so has everyone else, and I'm just not sure that I have that much more to add right now. So instead what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a little bit of a look at this particular coin, specifically the Lion, and talk a little bit about different formats and also about opportunity. The watchword for this particular video is absolutely carpe diem. So, I'm going to start off with the 2 ounce because this is the first Lion coin that I got hold of. I picked this up from the Silver Forum and I got it off somebody for basically not a million miles over spot, certainly kind of maybe the kind of value that, or the kind of price you might have got it off when it was brand new, but certainly not the premiums that it was going for by the time that I came along. Again, this is the problem of being a Johnny-come-lately to certain collections. And the reason why is pretty clear when I flip over to the reverse, sorry, the obverse in fact. Can you see it there? I'm actually not too precious about this coin, so I'm happy to just pop the case off. Yeah, you see that? Those nice big scratches on the Queen's face. And essentially that's enough to basically clear off quite a bit of the numismatic value of this coin, because obviously it's a modern bullion coin, so you know there are Lord knows how many MS-70 kind of perfect grade ones of these, so one with a couple of big scratches on it is really not worth that much in the grand scheme of things. But here's the thing, is that I really didn't mind. I was interested in getting this series. I am not a huge, my coins must be perfect, numismatically amazing kind of collector. I just kind of like the things, and this is, in terms of quality, this is happy enough for me. This is, something that I don't, kind of feel bad looking at it. I quite enjoy having this. This isn't spoiling my individual pleasure of having it, and I didn't pay enough over the odds that I feel particularly, hurt by the fact that it's not perfect. So this one was one where I kind of feel, the opportunity came along to own this coin in a manner that I was happy with, and I went for it. Now the next one was a much luckier find for me. We have here the 1/4 ounce gold Lion. Now the 1/4 ounce gold is a very popular format to get these particular coins in. It's a lovely coin, and this was at the time, and in fact still is, the largest gold coin that I've ever bought. And the time at which I bought it, the spot value for a 1/4 ounce of gold was somewhere around the £240 mark. Whereas these coins, if you're, you get a decent sale on it on eBay, you're looking at more like 300, 350 potentially. Depending on condition and depending on who's buying, and just getting a bit lucky with buyers being particularly after it at a certain moment. And I picked this one up for £250. And I picked it up for £250 not when it was brand new, when it was, being sold by the mint. I picked it up for £250 like 6 months ago. And for a coin that has done astonishingly well in terms of increasing its premiums, and for a very pretty coin, to get something like this for that little over spot is little short of astounding. And basically the reason I got it was essentially somebody listed it on the silver forum, and I jumped on it immediately. Like, kind of as soon as I saw it, I was like, this can't possibly be true, and I was like typing them a message instantly, and I got there first, and they were like, yeah, fine. And so I sent them the money, and they sent me the coin, and this is an absolute beauty, and I'm incredibly pleased to have it. And likewise, fortune kind of favoured me with the third format that I have this coin in, the big old 10-ouncer. Now, I basically I owe this entirely to Stacker Noob UK, because it was on a thread on the Silver Forum where he pointed out that Eldorado Coins were selling these at an astoundingly good price, because again, I bought this at a time where the premium had gone up considerably. As in, like, I was able to pick this up for a total of about, including shipping, a total of about 170, 180 quid. And at the time, second-hand versions of these on eBay were going for 200 plus. So he jumped on it, and I can't say I blame him. And I jumped very shortly thereafter, and I think we were very wise to do so, because I think we basically cleared Eldorado Coins out, and I have to say Eldorado Coins was a fantastic buying experience. It arrived well packaged. They actually have a bank account in the UK, so it was very straightforward to pay. I just looked up the pound value on their site, which was still very, very competitive, and just did an internal UK bank transfer, which was incredibly easy to do. And then, yeah, it arrived, and I would not have been able to buy this for this price if I hadn't been basically lucky. I mean, okay, there is a common thread. I was lucky. Also, I'm active on a particular forum where people share this kind of information, and thank you guys for doing that. But it also goes to show how small the windows of opportunity can be for really snapping up a bargain. And Lord knows, I'm not going to be here telling you that I'm any kind of an expert at doing this. I'm basically a guy that got lucky a couple of times with this one particular coin. But it really shows kind of how small those windows of opportunity can be. Like, I think between this gold one, like the advert going up and me messing it was like a minute, maybe two. And then the time between the thread initially beginning to discuss the 10-ouncer and then them selling out, that was maybe 20 minutes. And that bugs me, because that's a really, really small window. And especially when you're dealing with something like a 1/4 ounce of gold or 10 ounces of silver, that's not a small amount, and that's not a kind of amount of money that I would normally be happy to part with that quickly. And so that's kind of got me thinking as to this idea of, instead of being very, very methodical in how I go about stacking, of setting the money aside, knowing well in advance what I'm going to be spending it on, the prospect of maybe deliberately having a bit of like a PM slush fund, just sort of instead of necessarily buying PMs every month I just regularly contribute to this fund, and then I just use that fund when I see what looks like a bargain. And that sounds great. The only slight drawback is that shiny, pretty things are shiny and pretty, and it's very, very easy to convince yourself that things are a bargain when they're shiny and pretty. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I'm not quite sure what the best path forward is. I'm certainly not feeling like I'm in a position to say that what I've done is a sensible way to do it. This is wildly reckless by my normal standards. But I've got some very nice coins that I'm extremely glad that I picked up. So am I right? Am I wrong? Did I get lucky? Will I get lucky in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I genuinely want to know people's thoughts on this one, because stacking strategy and impulse buying is not antithetical, but two really, really different aspects of the same thing, and I'm really curious as to what people's thoughts are on this one. Okay, well, that's enough from me, and I will see you all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed next week, and hopefully we have a break in the weather between now and then. But we'll see. Bye for now.